Hi everyone, it's Amanda here with your Teen RuneScope. And for those of you who do not know, this does mark my 4th year here on YouTube, which I can hardly believe, but I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you who have been with me from the start for continuing to support the channel and subscribing, and to all the regular clients out there, thank you so much for choosing me to read for you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching me. I do encourage you to watch previous month's videos if it's your first time stopping by here, because then you can see how accurate readings are for you. When I first started, there were some astrologers on YouTube, but really only a few people doing tarot readings, and no one was reading runes at all. So now it's like, exploded. So that's how I kind of choose who I watch. My time is precious. I know yours is too. So yeah, I encourage you to go back and see if the videos are resonating with you, if they've been accurate. And if they are, please do subscribe to the channel. That way you will get videos each month delivered directly to your feed. And you won't have to go searching for me. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Then always do join me, as always, join me over on the Vimeo channel for part 2 of this reading. I will be pulling one card this month from the Astrological Oracle cards by Antonella Caselli for your spiritual guidance for the month of August. And it's always amazing how these cards, I usually use those in private readings, but how they line up with the astrological events happening for the given month. And I know we've got some eclipses going on in August, so you'll definitely want to check that out. The link is below. Just click or tap show more or the little arrow beneath the video if you're on a mobile device. And you can follow the link over there. Your mid-year rune scopes are over there as well, covering the rest of the year. So if you want a longer term view, it's a full reading available for purchase over there on Vimeo. So, but that being said, again, thanks so much for supporting the RuneScopes channel, and on to your next reading. Hi Libra. I'm getting ready to dig into the rune bag and see which runes want to talk to Libra about. 20. What do Librans need to know? Libra. Trying to get away from me. As always, Libra, keep in mind these are general or free sample readings, if you will. So not all the messages will apply to you because there are thousands of Libras watching. Some of these messages are naturally going to be for them as well. If you would like something far more specific, more messages or some additional information, you can watch your rising sign, which I recommend that you do each time as well. That can clarify some things. But if you would like something far more specific, that's all about you, nothing about other Libras, you can schedule a Skype session with me. They're $. Just drop me a line at runescopes4you@gmail.com. It's here in the video, also below in that details section, where all the links and everything are as well. And I'll send you the times I'm available, and we can get that set up for you. But let's see what's going on in general for Libra. The challenge your focus is where we always start. And the tarot card we've got there is Ace of Cups. So cups are about emotions. We're talking about feelings and emotions, all that stuff. So this could be an offer, but with the runes that are around it, it's causing disruption, or it's causing, or there's disappointment in some way. So this offer with the Ace of Cups, it could be somebody who messed up and now they're trying to get back in your good graces. It could be somebody who just kind of, like, you maybe used to go out with and they disappointed you, and maybe you argued a lot, disagreed a lot, and now they're coming back around. If this is someone who let you down, essentially, and now they're offering to either get back together or asking you out on a date or asking you to reconcile, or maybe even offering an apology. And Libra, again, as I mentioned, these are general readings, so these energies can work both ways. It could be you, who screwed up, and now you're offering an apology, or you're offering, wanting to go back out, or wanting to kind of talk things over. So that's the challenge, For some of you, the challenge is getting up the courage to asking this person to talk, or offering the apology, or the challenge could be getting them to accept it, or, the challenge for you, if it's coming towards you, someone making the offer to you, your challenge could be to make a decision on whether or not you want to do that based on your past experience with this person. And it doesn't look super awesome, I have to say. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be anyone that you are connected to emotionally. So anybody you care about or who cares about you, family members, children, friends, what have you. Some of you, this could be the challenge of finding new love after being disappointed with love. That's a broader spectrum, and it's certainly something a lot of people grapple with. So you're not alone in that rowboat. In fact, that's a big old ship with a lot of people on it. So it's like, how do you move on and find someone new after being hurt or after being disappointed or, how do you make a new start over emotionally? In the present energy, so this would be for some of you, whenever you're watching this video, it could be going on in the present right now when you're watching, or in my earliest, as that is the time frame that this video covers. We've got Ace of Coins in reverse. So this is also maybe feeling strapped financially, looking for work and not able to really get anything going. You feel like you're kind of running in circles. It's just, and what I'm seeing is someone on the internet, and it's like the same companies or the same jobs just over and over and over again. And you're like, why are these people always hiring? Obviously their turnover rate is incredible. Like, they can't keep anybody, which is, red flag. Hello. So yeah, some of you you're focused on new beginnings in everything. Some of you are like trying to start a whole new life here, emotionally and financially here. Some of you may be dealing with some health issues because the Ace of Coins can also talk about, your health not being so great. And maybe you tried a new treatment, or maybe the treatment you're on for something is no longer working, or the prescription that you're on is no longer helping with whatever you need it to help with. And those of you that are athletic, like if you're involved in sports and things, be extra careful. And yes, we do have Mercury retrograde, and Mercury can cause accidents, not just in cars, but also, mishaps. Broken legs, sprained ankles, things like that. Be very, very careful, because some of you also could exacerbate an old injury. I'm kind of seeing somebody running, and it's like maybe you have a knee that you hurt before, and it could, and in retrospect, you're going to be like, oh my God, I should have known not to put that much pressure on this, or it was too soon to do this. So yeah, don't take unnecessary risks with your health. Even you younger people, because mishaps physically are also likely when Mercury is retrograde. But some of you, the old treatment's not working, or it's something you used to do for an ailment or for your health is no longer fitting the bill. So it'd be time to go back to, like Mercury does cause you to go back to the drawing board, right? That's what it's all about. It's time to review those things. It's time to assess those things and tweak them where necessary. It'd be time for a change there. Some of you, if you've been looking for work in the same area, like if you always look online, it's time to take a new approach and look elsewhere. Maybe kind of either visit different websites, or maybe try to hit up your network and see if you can find something. Maybe even let people know on Facebook that you're looking for something, or sometimes just take a drive around. It depends on what kind of work you're looking for, but if you need something quick, just drive around, see if there's any help wanted signs out, and do it the old fashioned way, literally, going in and asking for applications and things like that. Try a different approach just because, whatever you've been doing, it seems like it's kind of at a dead end here. It's not the best month to start a new job or a new relationship. I will say with Mercury retrograde, it's not a good idea to start anything new, because Misunderstandings are will run rampant, and Mercury rules contracts and things like that. So, even if it's not like a legal contract, a relationship is a contract of sort. Dating is a contract of a sort. That's why everybody always says it's not a good idea to start anything new. Now, if it is somebody coming back from the past, that would be okay if it was a good person. But I feel like, you have trust issues with this person. You don't know if you would ever be able to, or it was just you didn't get along. And maybe they took that as like whenever you would fight, they would, take that as, justifying their actions in other ways. So whoever this was, if it's somebody coming back from the past, they don't seem like the best person. You're probably better off rid of them. Exes are exes for a reason. That statement is none of the time true. The help that's going to be available to you, we've got the Death card in reverse. Let me see what the runes around this are saying here as far as your help. Yeah, Gemini kind of got the same indication as far as trusting your instincts. If you feel like something's sketchy, or you feel like somebody's trying to manipulate you or take advantage of you in some way, don't allow that to happen. No matter who it is, but especially a past partner or an ex. This person has not changed. You know that. That's what they're saying. Just listen to your, this person has not changed. Renewing this relationship, it would be the same thing on repeat. And this person would just hurt you again in the same way. They have not changed. And you know that. So, and it's not the month for big changes. The Death card in reverse is about kind of keeping things status quo. It's a month to review and think about those things, of course. And for work, yes, you can look, absolutely, and apply and things like that. And you're going to need to change the way you're doing it, though. It seems like you've reached a dead end with what you've been trying if you're looking for a new job. But or just maybe one of those months where there's not a lot of opportunity. That again, it's just a 4-week period. It's not going to stay like that, but you have to just temporarily suspend a job hunt or job search if nothing's coming up that's viable. Because if you were to take anything else when Mercury's retrograde, it wouldn't last. So you'd either be maybe laid off, or it wouldn't pan out, or there's something about it to where it wouldn't be long-term or stable for you. So it's not the month for big changes, Libra. You can think about them. You can kind of assess, review, revise, tweak things. But big changes would make you vulnerable, put you in situations where you wouldn't have a lot of protection around you as far as stability goes, whether it's a relationship or a job. Especially when it comes to moving. It's not a month to move if you can avoid it, because signing leases, contracts, purchasing a home, those are all things that would be better done if you can after Mercury turns direct. Now, we can't always do that. Sometimes we have, we need money, we got to take a job, or our lease is up, we got to have a place to live. If you could find something temporary or stay with someone until, if you could make arrangements to do that, that's one thing. But if you got to do what you got to do. So it is always just the advice of, if you can put it off, I would. What must be accepted? Here we got 2 of Cups. So what I'm feeling, kind of going back to this, where it's for some of you, an ex coming back, it's because the relationship they were in didn't work out, because they're, not very nice. They're not a very good person. It's the energy I'm getting from, now, of course, I'm sure, maybe they just got with a bad person. Maybe they did make a mistake. Again, it's going to depend on who's watching out there. Not all of your exes are horrible people. But yeah, I feel like they're coming back to you because, their latest person, or maybe even the person they broke up with you to be with, or however, it will be different for all of you. But they're getting a divorce, or they've broken up. And for many of these people, that was their meal ticket. That was their source of money, their source of income. So they're looking to use you, and you're like, hey, I ain't got the money to give you, or coming back This could also be an ex that's gotten a divorce, or they've broken up with whoever they were with, and now they're coming back to you trying to get more money through the legal system for custody or for that sort of support, that sort of thing. And you could be like, oh, hell no, that's not gonna fly. Yeah, anybody coming back, it seems like they have, you know, a more material reason for coming back to you, Libra. But for some of you, again, there are a lot of different people watching. For some of you, you'd be tempted to take this person back because you need money. I mean, you know, it is like, oh man, if we, you know, if we were sharing the rent, or, you know, if we could both pay, but at the same time, they would end up, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because they're going to end up disappointing you or doing the same thing. And you're just like, you're going to open that old wound. For some of you, it's a physical wound. For others of you, it's an emotional one that could be reopened. And what happens when a wound reopens? Well, it just takes it that much longer to heal, right? So, yeah, avoid opening old wounds in all senses, Libra. And yes, don't go back. Don't make big shifts or changes. Yes, if you can avoid it, because it seems like you're gonna not be happy with the outcome. The result or the outcome of this, we've got King of Coins in reverse. So for some of you, this could be the person coming back. King of Coins, as it's showing up in the court card, is generally earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and a mature man, a man who should know better, but he's in the reverse. So he is very, he could be a workaholic. All he cares about is money. All he cares about is, you know, work always comes first. And as a result, his relationships suffer. He could also be very greedy and a miser. It's all about him. He takes the whole share, his money and your money. Very selfish individual, especially when it comes to tangible things. But he could be selfish emotionally too. He's not good at showing emotion or affection. This is somebody who is, you know, rather cold when it comes to showing affection. Sex, yes, but not like lovey-dovey, romantic. It's all very kind of robotic with this person. And it does not have to be a male. It's just coming up as a male, probably because the majority of you watching are dating men, or this ex is a man. Could just as easily, though, be a female who, again, is trying to get back with you to get what you can offer them in a monetary sense or financially, or, you know, it's not about love. It's not about romance. It's not about emotional reasons. It's about, oh my gosh, I might actually have to get a job, or I might actually have to earn my own keep, or, you know, act like an adult, and I would rather somebody else just do that so I can just sponge off them and do whatever I want. Now that's an extreme example, but that was coming through. So I know it applies. I know it applies to at least a few of you out there, probably more. You deserve better than that. And you're in no position, from what I'm seeing here, to be taking on the needs or taking care of somebody else, taking on a freeload and moocher here. And you not doing that is going to, you know, hopefully force them to grow up, whoever this is, because they should be taking care of themselves or looking after themselves. Yeah, if this is not somebody who is a moocher in that sense, they're a moocher in the emotional sense, meaning that they just need a partner. They don't want to be alone, but they don't want to put really any work into the relationship. That's what I call an emotional moocher. They're like, they don't want to be alone because of the way that looks. They are kind of codependent in that sense, but at the same time, don't be acting like we have to have a functioning, working relationship, and don't tell me I can't see other people, because secrets are coming up here around this person. Like, you know, I'm not going to be faithful. I'm going to see other people. I want to be in a relationship, but I want to date. It's kind of the energy with this person. So, yeah, don't repeat old mistakes here, Libra, in general. And I wouldn't make any huge decisions. If you can put them off, I certainly wouldn't sign any contracts with Mercury retrograde if you could, but avoid that. But and yeah, turn down any offers to reconcile with people who you know are just going to use you. Because if you allow people like that to use you, I mean, whose fault is it really? If you know better, right? They haven't changed, and you know that. But like I said, join me over now on Vimeo, Libra. I'm going to pull one card from the Astrological Oracle. Oh, I've been talking too much today. And it really is amazing with this deck, like what will show up. It's almost always like right in line with the astrological events that are happening in that month. So we should be able to get some really good spiritual advice, probably accentuating this. I want to focus on this return, this offer that should be avoided, and see what additional guidance we can get. So I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here next month.